So boom, YouTube. I'm back with another Warframe video. It's your boy IQ Walter. Now listen, we got Gara Prime today. Now this is Warframe is probably one of the most simple. It's very simple, not too hard to use him, but he's very deadly. Like he has what I call the glass of death, where instead of the touch of death is the glass of death. You get too close to his glass shards, they could one-shot you at any level, like if you build it up, you know, lot. But let's get into this wonderful build, right? And I'm gonna give you guys just one weapon I like to use with it. All right, now going for the build, this is what we're gonna be using. Now with the last rework, a lot of Warframes got changed and have their own separate mod stations where you can put your mods in, and that goes for a Shattered Lash. So that's really good. So now we can mod it to the exact way we want to, instead of really just having a good melee. Just in case, I don't know if it changed it, I still have like a good melee to put in there with like good status chance and good crit. Just because of that, I don't know if it matters anymore. It probably doesn't, because you can honestly mod it now. This is what we're going to be using for Gara, and then we're going to talk about that. Always, it goes Shattered Lash is a melee, so Arcane Fury will be really good for this, and Arcane Energy, because you're going to be using every single one of your abilities. You know what I'm saying, right? So we want to mod with adaptation, because again, even with your second ability, because they combine your fourth and second, to where as long as you keep on spamming your fourth ability after you use it, your second ability once, and recharges it, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, to the point where honestly you can rack up like 300 million. Obviously it's going to take a long time to do that, but you can rack up 300 million to where you just walk near enemies and they get one shot, which is really crazy. So this Warframe could go into cap level, because it can scale to that, but it will take a long time to scale to that, if that makes sense. So yeah, Roar is going to be a good point, because this is going to be strengthened every single one of our abilities. Like I said, we are going to be using every single one of our abilities. So I know efficiency is low, but like I said, we're going to be making up for Arcane Energize. Understand that this is a balanced build, not too much. I would add more strength, but we're not going to add any shards. We're not going to do that. This is not a cap level to where you're going to see a lot of shards and, you know, the right mods. Most of my mods will be maxed out and stuff like that. It's just what I would say for you guys. It's a very simple but powerful, very powerful build. You do not, if you do not have a helmet, if you do not need Roar, it's still going to be strong. Without that, Roar just buffs up all your abilities, right? So this is the build. Go ahead, screenshot it. Again, if you want me to go in depth more into Gara, just put them in the comments if you guys want to know why I'm using these certain ones. But Gara is kind of squishy, even though he does have his second ability that's able to get damage reduction. I still have redirection, fast deflection, and then I'm also using adaptation and equilibrium for that, to make up for his squishiness a little bit, right? So keep that in mind. But yeah, this is the build we're going to be using. Now let's go into the Shattered Lash. Sorry, I said leash. Oh my goodness. Now here, simple. Again, nothing too crazy. We're going with melee influence. I know you guys are tired of melee influence, but this is meta right now. It's just honest truth. It's way better than any other of the arcanes. So I'm sorry, until they change up arcanes like they're doing with Warframe abilities. As soon as they change that up, or we get just better arcanes, melee influence is going to be just the main one you're going to be using. So we're going to use Enviro and Electricity, but instead of going for more status chance, we got Weeping Wounds for that, for every combo chance we're going to be getting. So we're going to times that by 12. We're going to be using Prime Pressure Point. Builds like this, you need a lot of damage, so we're going to be using Prime Pressure Point. If you don't have Prime Pressure Point, use regular Pressure Point. If you don't have Fever Strike, use regular Fever Strike. If you don't got Blood Wedge, Gladiator's Might, I believe is what it's called. Let me see. Yeah, Gladiator's Might is also good, because it gives you 10 times instead of what, 40. I think it's 40 if it's max, but it gives you 10 times if you just using Gladiator's Might, and it's less on your mods. All right, and then we're going to a little bit, like I said, we're going with Code, Galvanized Steel. If you don't got Galvanized Steel, use the regular steel. If you have Sacrificial Steel, you can also use that too. Just gotta probably form your stuff up again. Or again, Shadow for more critical damage and Shock and Touch. We're going for more damage than just going for more status, but again, this is gonna make up for that. And yeah, this is what we're gonna be using for Shattered Lash. So keep that in mind. Now, for one of my weapons we're going to be talking about is the CEDO Prime. This is the build for it. I mean, I am using primary dexterity. You want to just put this with as much multi-shot as you can have. Nothing too crazy. Multi-shot and damage. This is going to be giving you basically your status debuffs. It's going to be giving them all status, or the status you have, and then obviously that debuffs them. Primary dexterity, you don't have to, but this is just good for your melee, because it gives you more combo duration at a time, and also gives you 60% damage for 20 seconds, and that stacks up up to 6 times. So this is a screenshot that if you want. Yes. And then also, like I said, you don't have to go with I just in case the semi-automatic dagger is really good for that. Here's the build for this. Nothing too crazy. Just in case, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. Screenshot that. I'm sorry if it's too fast. Let me do it again. Screenshot that right there. Yeah. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna be using. Companion, for melee, if you're going like for melee weapons or melee warframes, the Panzer is so good with that for its pores, and it's just really good. It's able to spread your viral pores, and using viral just spreads that to more enemies. I think the Panzer is perfect, but if you have the Nihilist or the other ones, those are still really good too. So yeah, let me just show you the quick little demonstration. So you're really just gonna be using, you're gonna pop your roar. Then you're gonna pop your second ability, right? It's gonna give you, see the damage right there? Then you're gonna just do this. This is to get that up. And then you're gonna do that around enemies. You feel me? And when I talk about the kiss of death, this is basically what it's going to do. But like, you're just gonna spam your first. See how it's damaging enemies? Obviously it's not that much. And look at that. Damage is insane. Just gonna be spamming that, right? You're gonna be using all your abilities, and you gotta constantly recharge your second with your fourth, and then you can just shatter it to get more damage. So yeah, that's literally what you're gonna be doing. As you guys can see, it does gives me damage reduction. That is a good thing. So yeah, this is basically what we're gonna be doing right here. Nothing too crazy, you feel me? Oh, look at this one. Oh, there we go. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, the glass of death, if you guys can see. But now we're gonna go into some gameplay. Level 200, or I believe, or maybe 180, probably 200. But yeah, you can, like I said, you can just really just constantly just spam this, and you can see every time you do it, it goes up. So it's gonna take a while to where like once you get to like a mil, anything you touch is gonna get one-shotted, especially in stealth path. But when you go into cap level, you're gonna have to charge it up a lot more. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into that wonderful gameplay. As you guys can see, man, Gara is probably one of the most complete Warframe in its abilities kits, where it can do insane damage reduction to enemies when they try to hit you, being able to play defense too with his glass fourth ability, and then adding roar into it just to buff all of that is actually insane. But yeah, if y'all like this video, please do a like and subscribe. Now Gara is now one of my favorites. He's so easy to use. So yeah, if you're a new person and you want a character that just good at damn near everything, Gara is one of those characters to do. But yeah, it's your boy Q Water. If you like type video, please do like and subscribe. I'm out.